Hello, my name is Daniel Block. I am an editor at Foreign Affairs. I actually want to follow up with something you said at an India Today event a while ago. You were asked about India's downgrading in Freedom House and VDem and other democracy scores. And the journalist asked you, quote, how do you see this play itself out in terms of how India is being perceived by the world and these new reports? In your response, you said, quote, it is hypocrisy.
I thought you were supposed to ask me a question.
I am asking you a question. Okay. It is hypocrisy. We have a self-appointed custodians of the world who find it difficult to stomach that someone in India is not looking for their approval, is not willing to play the game they want to play. That doesn't actually answer the journalist's question. So I want to ask you again, are you concerned that perceived democratic backsliding in India is going to undermine its efforts to become a rising power in the world?
And by the way, let me just add, this meeting is on the record, so for both the questions and the answers.
I think it answers the question if you would be objective enough to understand it. I think it says very clearly that the people who are writing these reports have a strong bias. Often they distort facts. There are, many of these reports are actually riddled with inaccuracies. So I put it to you, there's an ideological agenda out there. I don't know why that's hard to understand.
She brought out there.
Could you come to the question?
My question is, how long South Asia is going to see this terrorism disseminating from New Delhi, Kabul, and Pakistan? How long they are going to be at war? Number one, and secondly, how about the UN Security Council resolutions on Kashmir? Does India abide by it or not? Thank you.
You're asking the wrong minister when you say, how long will we do this? Because it is the ministers of Pakistan who will tell you how long Pakistan intends to practice terrorism. So, look, at the end of the day, the world is not stupid, the world is not forgetful, and the world does, increasingly call out countries and organizations and people who indulge in terrorism. And by taking that debate elsewhere, you're not going to hide it. You're not going to confuse anybody anymore. People have figured it out.
My question is just in continuation to the Canada topic that you addressed. What would be your response to the latest reports that have come in where it is said that intelligence was shared amongst the Five Eyes about the assassination is what they're calling it. And the other thing is apparently the FBI has told US Sikh leaders that there are credible threats to them. So just wanted your reaction to that.
I'm not part of the Five Eyes. I'm certainly not part of the FBI. So I think you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, it's Andy Bounce from the Financial Times. So obviously, Mr. Borrell is not here today, not here now, but he was in the meeting, and he told the Financial Times before the meeting that the EU should be putting sanctions on refined oil products from India using Russian oil. I just wondered what the response of the minister was. Thanks.
Well, you're right. Mr. Borrell is not with us now, but I really don't see the basis for your question. Because my understanding of the Council regulations is that if Russian crude is substantially transformed in a third country, then it's not treated as Russian anymore. I would urge you to look at Council Regulation 833/2014.
The war in Ukraine, whereas by purchasing this oil for national interest, India is being asked, are you funding this war?
I mean, I don't want to sound argumentative, but then tell me if buying Russian gas is not funding the war? I mean, why is it's only Indian money and oil coming to India which funds, but it's not gas coming to Europe which funds? I mean, look, somewhere, let's be a little even-handed out here. And even this, look, the whole narrative that it's gone up 9 times. I mean, it's gone up 9 times from a very low base. And it was a very low base because at that time the markets were more open. Why if countries in Europe and the West and the United States are so concerned, why don't they allow Iranian oil to come into the market? Why don't they allow Venezuelan oil to come into the market? I mean, they've squeezed every other source of oil we have. and then say, okay, guys, you must not go into the market and guess the best deal for your people. I don't think that's a very fair approach.
From breaking news, detailed analysis, in-depth interviews, and explainers, follow the Times of India. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.